Well, hello everyone, welcome to Smells Like. I'm Josh, so good to see you. Have a real quick first impression I wanted to give on the new release from Tom Ford Ombre Leather. I picked up a sample the other day and been wearing this for the last 24 hours or so. Thought I'd give my quick first impressions, and it's hard to talk about Ombre Leather from Tom Ford without talking about, the famous leather fragrance, Tuscan leather. I have a decant here. It's hard not to start kind of by comparing it to Tuscan leather. To me, Ombre Leather is a mellower, more wearable, more transparent, and less intense, less harsh, less abrasive version of Tuscan leather. The dry down is pretty similar. The opening is quite different though. There's a smoky thing in Tuscan leather that is not in Ombre Leather at all. There's a kind of harsh opening, almost narcotic quality to Tuscan leather that is not really in Ombre Leather, I don't think. And altogether, I feel like Ombre Leather is a little bit softer. It's a little bit more transparent, where I feel like there's really no transparency in Tuscan leather whatsoever. It is just like a hard, in-your-face, hardcore leather fragrance that is meant to turn heads. And I think Ombre Leather is a little bit more subtle. I feel like it's more versatile in that way, that there's more places you could wear it. I think it's going to be more of a people pleaser. Ombre Leather has main notes of saffron and jasmine, along with, of course, the leather accords and some other things. The main things I get are like the kind of a suede leather, maybe a little bit of both. Like sometimes it kind of has a suede smooth leather, or like a suede soft leather appeal. Sometimes it has more of like a darker leather, and I think that's the point. Ombre means changing in tones, and I think this really does that. It goes from ethereal and light and transparent to darker and more dense, and so it's really interesting in that way. It really wears in a lot of different stages. The saffron and jasmine combo in this actually reminds me a little bit of Baccarat Rouge 540 from MFK, and it kind of, when I was wearing it today, made me think at one point, this smells like Baccarat Rouge 540 with leather. So if you think Baccarat Rouge 540 would be cool if you added leather to it, a great leather note to it, then you might try this out. And that's just something I thought of. I could be wrong. Sometimes when I think something smells like something, I tell people and they're like, dude, you're crazy, it doesn't smell like that at all. But that's kind of what I thought of in wearing this. Performance was great. This lasted literally like 16 hours on my skin in terms of longevity, and I could really smell it strongly for a good 10 to 12 hours during the day, and then could smell it the next morning. So really good longevity, just like Tuscan leather. I would say this Ombre Leather wears a little bit closer to the skin, whereas Tuscan leather is very loud and really gets you noticed. Ombre Leather is gonna get you noticed, but in a different way. It's not quite as loud. It definitely sits a little bit closer to the skin, although it did project well, I feel, for the first few hours. Maybe 2 or 3 hours worth of projection, where I could like really smell myself a lot. And I didn't get any notice. I only wore this for one day, about 24 hours. So I put it on a couple of different times, and 2 full wearings basically. Well, I had, other than one person I had just said, oh wow, that really smells good. So, all right. And that same person said you should get that one. So I think I will. I think I will be purchasing a bottle of this. I have this decant of Tuscan leather. It's about 30 mils. I was gonna run through this and then get a bottle of Tuscan leather, but now I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and go with a 100 ml bottle of the Ombre Leather, just because the price point is about half. I think I'm gonna go out sometime next week and grab a full 100 ml bottle. At that time, I will give you a full review, full thoughts, all the way around review. So just a quick take on that. Let me know if you've tried the new one from Tom Ford. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Hey, just passed 100 subscribers. I'm so excited about that. Thank you guys so much. I know that compared to most other channels, 100 is not much, but you know, I just started this as something to do for fun, to just share my passion for fragrances, and so I'm so excited to have now over 100 people that have subbed, and so thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and that way we can do this again sometime. Thanks so much for watching.